announce the urban legend, Murder One.
And Murder One, not long ago, had an affiliation with the Urban Assault Squad. I think that affiliation is somewhat shot down in flames as the unlikely team of Slim J and Murder One are going to town on the Urban Assault Squad. And I am not used to seeing the crowd cheering the urban legend Murder One. My God, it's the new age.
Well, fans, let's talk about what you don't know.
Oh, good heavens!
Good grief! Let's talk about what we do know. Slim J swanton to the outside. But a little something that happened in between the last television taping of Wildside TV and tonight. And that is a severe deterioration of the Dark City Soldiers. Murder One basically told his boys that was it, that he's tired of their interference. He was tired of it. He could do it on his own. He had to gain a newfound respect for Slim J after Jay defeated him soundly in the middle of the ring. And he's told Slim J that tonight he's going to have his back. Now, the very interesting variable is the track record of Murder One. Can Slim J trust him? And if I'm Slim J, I'm not going to turn my back on this guy for a second.
That he is, however, by taking care of the Urban Assault Squad, I'm sure Slim J would like nothing more than the assistance of Murder One, and that is a chance I think Slim J is willing to take. And Slim heading up to that top turnbuckle. And with a charging shoulder. And Shadow Jackson looking for the tagging hands of Nemesis. And in comes Murder One. And Murder One is volley a fist to the face, the bald noggin.
Nemesis with a rake to the eyes. We have really seen the team of the Urban Assault Squad now, as they're known, as they're officially no longer Dark City Soldiers. They are now the Urban Assault Squad.
Thought there might have been a blind tag between Nemesis and Shadow Jackson.
Well, there was that time. We've really seen this team come into their own, but Murder One with a blazing lariat there, and another that sends Nemesis to the outside.
Wow, the Murder One army here in the crowd here tonight. Well, wonders never cease. Oh, and a charging elbow from Murder One. Seems like the urban legend and Slim J are working together just fine. And with a bit of a sister, Slim J, top of Shadow. Oh, only a 2 count. Bit of a test between this new tag team of Slim J and Murder One. I don't think Slim got everything he wanted with that kick. But Shadow might have been right for the pinning. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Fists are flying into Shadow Jackson. Oh, my. Jackson just dropped Slim J on his face.
Yeah, he just nailed him there, elevated to Ace Crusher.
And Nemesis with a double axe handle on the back of Slim J. Bear hug into a suplex. And Nemesis just with a forearm on Murder One, dropping him off the apron here of the NWA arena.
Oh, Nemesis just manhandling Slim J.
Murder One just starting to get involved here. I guess the passion is getting a little bit too much for him. But unfortunately, it's bad news for Slim J.
The Assault Squad are really gelling together. These two have some confidence and some dirty tactics about them. I see a success in their future in the tag division here.
And I think a lot of that, those dirty tactics they learned from Murder One, no less.
Yeah, turning his own sword against him.
Slingshot suplex, and oh boy, a symphony of elbows from the Urban Assault Squad. It's Nemesis and Slim J. Slim ducking one. Oh dear, Nemesis sure didn't duck that. Slim clocked Nemesis right on the temple. With not as much authority as Slim normally gets with that maneuver, but that's all he had at the time. Can Slim slowly make it over to the tagging hands of Murder One? Not this instance he can't. Tag made to Shadow Jackson. And the Urban Assault Squad have plenty of proof here this evening, right before their former mentor, Murder One, who's teaming with Slim J. Yes, Shadow, the Emmy committee has been nominated, or alerted, I should say. Slim J gamely trying to fight back, but Shadow Jackson in this moment way too much. Oh, a DDT onto the real Slim J. I don't think Jay has much left here.
Put his head in the ground like a pair of post-hole diggers.
Very descriptive, Dan. The Urban Legend in to break up that pin attempt. And in comes Nemesis. Things seem to be going the way of the Urban Assault Squad. Slim has had it. That's it. And Murder One went without another save on Slim J. Murder One screaming bloody, Murder trying to get Slim J to slowly make its way into the tagging hands. Slim hangs on and gets a foot in the belly of Shadow Jackson.
Slim manages to spin him around with the head scissors. He's a little delirious, a little loopy here.
Slim doesn't know where he is. He almost tried to tag Nemesis. He's aiming the right direction now, but he's crawling ever so slowly. Success! In comes the Urban Legend, and fists are flying to the head of Nemesis. Murder One has seen and had enough. And an elbow from Murder One leveling Nemesis. Shadow Jackson takes an opportunity to go and to the fallen Slim J.
Murder One's got him up. He's got Nemesis. Wait a minute. It's Bulldog Reigns and Al Getz.
Oh, for crying out loud. We do see somewhat of an affiliation of Al Getz Enterprises with the Urban Assault Squad in a prior edition of NWA Wildside Television.
Well, he's put some cash in their pockets to do some dirty work.
That's terrific.
It looks like Getz is returning the favor.
Come on, guys. Can we please have a decisive finish here this evening? Slim J has had enough. He's going after everybody. But the numbers game is a little bit too much for Slim J and Murder One here. Uh-oh. The plot has just thickened. In comes Tank with that dog collar, because the next matchup scheduled at Christmas Chaos is that dog collar match between Tank and Bulldog Reigns. Bulldog Reigns was just a little bit early. Tank happily watching the monitors backstage, and Bulldog Reigns leaving the building. What's going on here? Reigns, you got a match coming up here. Look at this, Tank and Murder One, two people who have never had anything nice to say to each other before. And a brief show of respect. Actually, a very convincing one at that. As Al Getz Enterprise, that's the Urban Assault Squad, and now Bulldog Reigns surveying the situation. What on earth is going to be the next safe bet? I mean, Reigns and Tank.
The tag team matchup, a no contest. And Wildside senior official Speedy Nelson has now declared that the dog collar match will now take place. Introducing first from Mud Lake, Mississippi, accompanied to the ring by the head of Al Getz Enterprises, Al Getz, the one and only Bulldog Reigns. His opponent from Chicken Heart, South Dakota, 267 pounds, the Strong Style Psycho. This is Tank.
Wow, it's kind of moved over into this match as sort of a medley. And another reference that only Bill Behrens and I would get. Anyway, Bulldog Reigns making his way, barking every step of the way into the ring, looking at that ominous dog collar. And Tank has that dog collar wrapped around his own massive throat. Reigns walking in rather tentatively. Dog collar matches have been a staple of professional wrestling for quite some time. Of course, you know the most famous dog collar match of all time between Greg Valentine and Rowdy Roddy Piper, the The dog collar match that set the standard for all future dog collar matches, I guess you could possibly say. And I bet you Tank and perhaps Bulldog Reigns will try to make that match even better.
Well, Steve, what we have here are two guys who are upwards of 300 pounds in the high 200 mark at least.
No, I think they're both over 3.
Really hate each other. And that is the bottom line here. They hate each other. Tank is a man on his own. He's a man that's been called every name in the book by Getz Enterprises. He went back home to find himself, and he came back with a vengeance last week on Wildside TV.
Like these two guys aren't dangerous enough. Now they're tied together with a dog collar, and what's that, a 15-foot-long chain?
Well, Tank is of the mindset that Bulldog Reigns and Getz Enterprises have been running from him. And so tonight, gonna lock him up, nowhere to run.
And I guess the running does in fact end, as Tank and Bulldog Reigns share some chops. Who's winning this matchup? I have no earthly idea. That encounter, I picked Tank. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Look at these two tough guys. Tank, who's had a reputation as a barroom brawler and a mixed martial artist, actually competed in pit fighting.
Oh, my!
Extensive experience in amateur wrestling. None of that's going to come into play here.
No, I don't think there's much amateur wrestling involved when a dog collar and a chain wrapped around somebody's head.
We got Bulldog Reigns, the veteran brawler. He's been splitting heads open for the last decade or more here around the South in each and every single territory in professional wrestling.
And I think he's looking forward to splitting some heads here tonight. And he came as that big bald head of Bulldog Reigns. Well, did Reigns have that chain wrapped around his hand, plunging into the head of the strong style Psycho Tank.
And as the night begins, we go from one extreme to the other. We started out with the 8-man junior elimination junior heavyweight title, and now this. Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
And Tank emerges already a bloody mess. I think the evening is pretty much young on that front. Oh, Tank back first into the security rail. Look at Bulldog Reigns grabbing Tank by the ears. By the ears. Oh. Tank very slowly making his way in between the second and third ropes. And once again, wrapping that chain around the hand of Bulldog Reigns into the, now the bloody visage of Tank. This dog collar match was, in essence, Tank's idea. Can often come back and bite you on the butt.
Tank is certainly not afraid of that, however. He's going to go toe-to-toe until he's down and can't fight any longer.
And have you ever known Tank to be down and can't fight any longer?
Hell no.
Don't think it's ever happened.
Not no, but hell no.
Point made, Dan.
The single toughest man in NWA Wildside or anywhere else for that matter. Tank is going under the ring. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what the hell's in that bag this week?
The infamous blue bag returns, and fans who are
It's
new
the
to
sickle! The sickle is back! Bulldog Reigns was 36.
Yeah, fans who are new to Wildside, you haven't seen this side of Tank in a long time.
Oh, no, we can't get a hold of a monitor at the moment, but I hope we're not getting a close-up of that.
I said, and there it is, that sickle. Tank licking the blood off of it.
Charming.
Said it once before, that's not a foreign object, Steve. That damn thing's a murder weapon.
That he is, and it's a weapon that has already carved itself into the forehead of Bulldog Reigns. Tank sending Reigns, rolling under that bottom rope. Oh, boy. Okay, you're on your own, Dan.
Tank is carving up the head of Bulldog Reigns.
Like a Christmas turkey.
You stole my line, you bastard.
You can have it. You can have it back. I don't want it.
The bloody and gruesome Tank is now making Reigns pay the price as he digs the blade of the sickle and the cold hard steel of that chain into his skull.
Oh, and that chain is being wrapped around. Oh my God! Whoa! Lord almighty! That chain wrapped around the elbow of Tank. Face first into Bulldog Reigns. Oh my God. This is a match where I think blood loss is going to be an integral factor here. Tank being egged on by some of the more bloodthirsty members of the crowd. There are way too many of them here, if you ask me. Boy, Tank is hog-tying, sort of hog-tying Bulldog Reigns in the way nature is not intended.
Tank offering a cut rate neutering.
Well, you got to neuter your dogs.
Didn't even cost Al Getz anything. And we know he doesn't like to spend money.
Okay. Oh. And a fistful of chain into the head of Bulldog Reigns. Reigns just hanging on that top rope. Oh, that was probably a bad move. Tank headbutted the head of Bulldog Reigns, but there was a chain between the two heads. Tank may have gotten the worst end of that bargain.
A couple of screws loose there.
There are plenty of screws loose in this match.
Tank using a chain for a clothesline. It's a hog tying or dog tying Bulldog. To use a pun here.
Wow.
Tank, a big proponent of that STF. He's got his own variation on here. What the hell?
Oh, here comes the Urban Assault Squad. Guys, you've already had your match.
It's a dog call. What are you calling for the bell? Come on, Speedy, what the shit?
Speedy Nelson, I'm calling for the bell. It's a dog collar match. I don't believe disqualification would really fall into play here.
It's a dog collar. It's murder one again.
And here comes Slim J.
Jay, how do you have a disqualification in a dog collar match, Speedy?
Well, this may be in the new age of professional wrestling.
Senior official, he's got to know the rules better than that. I'm severely disappointed in the piss-poor officiating from Speedy Nelson tonight. That is a bad call. Bottom line, it is a bad call.
Yeah, you think maybe even Andrew Thomas would have let that one to stick. Regardless, it's getting to be pretty wild and woolly here as Tank calls for the mic.
Al Getz, I was kind of worried about you. I figured you were still somewhere lighting friggin' candles, you Hebrew homosexual. How about next week? Slim J, Murder One, and me against these two homicide wannabes here, man. What's up with that? And Bulldog Reigns, I'm not done with you yet. You're still going to be howling like a bitch. It's always like Bulldog Reigns. It's like the big bulldog. Al Getz is like a little shih tzu. You put them together and you got a big pile of bullshit.
The charming Tank.
Oh yeah, next week. And in conclusion, lick my.
Well, that certainly bodes some interesting matches that we've seen so far for the first Wildside television taping in the year 2004. Now 6-man mayhem as Tank, Murder One, and Slim J will be tangling with the Urban Assault Squad and Bulldog Reigns with